Om Vakratunde Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are seeing the topic, the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, the meaning of the very word Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavataha Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan, we saw in the last class. The one who has Bhaga. Bhaga means the sixfold virtues. It's called Bhaga. The one who has that in complete measure is called Bhagavan. And Gita. Gita, Gitam, Gita. It should be Bhagavad Gita. But why it is Bhagavad Gita? Because it has a status of being a Shruti, Shastra. The vision of Gita is same as that of the vision of Shruti. Therefore, Gita is Strilinga, Bhagavad Gita. And there are many Gitas inside the Mahabharata as well as in other places also, outside. Like in Bhagavatam and all also, Gitas are there. There are varieties of Gitas, Anugita, Uttara Gita, Kama Gita, Pandava Gita, Hamsa Gita, Siddha Gita, Rama Gita, Uddhava Gita, Ganesha Gita, Shiva Gita, Dikshu Gita, all those Gitas are there, many Gitas. But the most popular one is the Bhagavad Gita. Why it is popular? Because the reason is the Shankaracharya, not only Shankaracharya and other Acharyas have written commentary. And it is considered to be one of the primary texts. Prasthanatraya. Therefore, it is popular. Popular for two reasons. It is one among the three primary source book, and also for which the commentaries, many commentaries are available. The title Bhagavad Gita means the song, Gita of the Lord, Bhagavan. It is considered a song because it is in the form of verse, shloka, and therefore pleasing. It has only 2 meters. This we saw in the last class. Anushtup Chandas and Trishtup Chandas. Making the Gita easy to recite and remember. The Gita is also pleasing because it is a subject matter that is desirable to all. The subject matter of Gita is Jnanam. That is desirable to all. And the meter, regarding the meter, we talked about Anushtup Chandas and Trishtup Chandas. As a shloka, it has got 2 lines, and each line can be divided into 2 quarters. Therefore, 4 quarters will be there. The first line has got 2 quarters, the second line 2 quarters, and in each quarter there will be 8 letters. Therefore, the first line will have total 16 letters, and second line will have 16 letters. Therefore, the whole shloka will have 32 letters in total. 32 letters divided by 4, that is each quarter will have 8 letters. Therefore, we can chant Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, 1 quarter. Samaveta Yutsavaha, next quarter. If you count the number of letters, it will be 8. Mamakav Pandavaschaiva. Third quarter. Second line. First quarter, that is third quarter. Kimakurvata Sanjaya. The fourth quarter. Last quarter of the second line. So 4 quarters. Similarly, another meter is the Drishta Chandas. Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vigaya Navani Grannati Naroparani Tatha Sharirani Vihaya Jirnani Anyani Sanyati Navani Deki. So here also you can see Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vigaya. How many letters are there? Va, Sam, Si, Jir, Na, Ni, Ya, Tha, Vi, Ha, Ya. How many letters? 16 letters. Va, Sam, Si, Jir, Na, Ni, Ya, Tha, Vi, Ha, Ya. Sorry, 11 letters, not 16, 11. So, Na, Va, Ni, Grinnati, Na, Ropa, Rani. So, in one line there will be 22 letters. Each line will have 22 letters. So total 44 letters. Two lines consisting of 44 letters. Each line will have 22 letters. That is divided into two parts. First quarter will have 11. Second quarter will have 11. Third quarter will have 11. Fourth quarter will have 11. In Anushtup, it will be 8. First quarter will have 8. Trishtup, it will have 11. Therefore, the chanting also is little different. Vasansi Jirnani Yata Vikhaya, like a song, it can be sung. Okay, these are the 2 meters which are used in Gita. The word Bhagavad Gita is feminine in gender. Gita, like Rama Shabdavat, Rama Rame Ramaha, it is feminine gender. Srilinga Shabda. Because of Veda, the word Shruti is feminine. Shruti is feminine. Shruti means Veda. Shruyate it is Shruti. It is feminine gender, Srilinga. Therefore, further revealing that what is said in the Gita is said in the Shruti. So, therefore, there is no difference in Tatparyam between them. Therefore, Gita, like the word Shruti, it is feminine in gender. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita. And who is Bhagavan here? Krishna is Bhagavan. Krishna is the one who has proved that he has sixfold Bhaga, sixfold virtues, and therefore is looked upon as Bhagavan. Once you understand the meaning of Bhagavan as the one who has Bhaga, Krishna being Bhagavan presents no problem at all. One can look at the title Bhagavad Gita in another way, as a song that has Bhagavan as its subject matter. Yes, the subject matter of Gita is Bhagavan himself. This is similar to saying electronic knowledge. Knowledge for whose subject matter is electronics. Therefore, we can take the title Bhagavad Gita to mean either it is Bhagavan's Gita or the Gita, the song for which Bhagavan is a subject matter. That has Bhagavan as its subject matter. Both way we can take. It is Gita of the Lord, song of the Lord, or the song that has Bhagavan as a subject matter. So in both way we can interpret the word Bhagavad Gita. The subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita with Bhagavan as its subject matter actually has two aspects, because both a life of activity and a life of renunciation are presented. Pravritti Marga, Nivritti Marga, which we saw. One is Yoga Shastra. In that it talks about Karma Yoga, and other is Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of Brahma. So, at the end of each chapter, we chant Yoga Shastre, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastre. Yoga Shastra means it is Karma Yoga. Brahma Vidya is the knowledge of Brahma. Its subject matter therefore implies both activity and renunciation of activity. Activity, Karma Yoga, renunciation of activity, Sannyasa. So, Pravritti Marga and Nimritti Marga is talked about. Since that is Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Since both the lifestyles are meant for Brahma Vidya, both the lifestyles, that Nishta Dvayam, two committed lifestyles, what we read before, they are meant for what? Brahma Vidya. The lifestyle of Karma Yoga and the lifestyle of Sannyasa, both are meant for Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya is its real subject matter. Therefore, the subject matter of Gita is Brahma Vidya. And that is the subject matter of Veda also, Shruti also, therefore Bhagavad Gita. It is this Brahma Vidya that is pursued by a sannyasi to the exclusion of all else. A sannyasi being the one who has given up all karmas. Ritually has given up all karma, therefore sannyasi pursues this Vidya, Brahma Vidya. While a sannyasi pursues only Brahma Vidya, a karma yogi pursues Brahma Vidya plus karma. Because he is a Grihastha or maybe belong to any other ashrama other than the sannyasa ashrama, and therefore he has to do karma. Even for survival, he has to do karma. Therefore, he pursues Brahma Vidya plus karma. How does a karma yogi pursue karma? With a certain attitude whereby the karma that is done becomes yoga for him or her. Because both Brahma Vidya and Karma Yoga are found in the Gita, its subject matter is of twofold: Brahma Vidya and Karma Yoga Shastra. That is Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, otherwise called Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. Brahma Vidya, knowledge of what is. Brahma Vidya means the knowledge of what is. What is Brahma? What is Ishvara, the Lord? What is the reality of the world, Jagat? What is the nature of the individual, Jiva? What is the truth of oneself, Atma? What is the relationship between Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara? What is the reality of each of them? Is there anything common among them? Are they all one or they separate entities? Brahma Vidya, knowledge of Brahman, reveals all of this. To gain this Brahma Vidya, there are certain qualifications mentioned which Karma Yoga alone can provide. Important. Karma Yoga alone can provide sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. To help one gain this qualification, Karma Yoga is discussed in detail in the Gita. Because both Karma Yoga and Brahma Vidya are dealt with, therefore the Gita is considered complete and referred to as Gita Shastram Shastra. So it is complete by itself because it deals with both Karma Yoga, which is Pravritti Marga, and Brahma Vidya, which is Nivritti Marga. Therefore, the content of subject matter of the entire Veda is Gita contains. Therefore, it is a complete Shastra. This is what is meant by one particular verse praising the Gita. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kim Anyaihi Shastra Vistaraihi. There is a shloka which praises the Gita. The Gita Sugita Kartavya. Gita has to be studied well. If you study Gita well, then what is the use of studying other elaborate works? Not required. Gita itself is complete. Therefore, the completeness of the subject matter unfolded by the Gita is highlighted here. Study of Gita itself enough for moksha. People always say that whenever they are in trouble, they go to Gita and their problem is solved. Maybe they do find answers in the Gita because one can read into it whatever one wants. Be that as it may, the Gita has something of its own to give. Do you want what it has to give? That is a question. So it is not that Gita is something you have to refer to when you have problem. Gita has got something to give. Do you want that? What does the Gita give? Knowledge. By knowledge get moksha. Is that you want it or not? That's the question. About understanding the Gita. The next topic. To know what the Gita says require inquiry. Vichara. In the introduction of his commentary on the Gita, Shankaracharya says, Tadidam Gita Shastram Samasta Vedartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam Durvigneyartham. Idam Gita Shastram Samasta Vedartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam. That is the sense of the Gita Shastra, which is in the form of the essence of the meaning of all the words of the Vedas. Samasta Vedartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam is difficult to grasp. Tadartha आविष्करणाय अनेकैः विवृतपदपदार्थवाक्यार्थन्यायमपि अत्यन्तविरुद्ध अनेकार्थत्वेन लौकिकैः गृह्यमानम् उपलभ्य अहं विवेकतः अर्थनिर्धारणार्थं संक्षेपतः विवरणं करिष्यामि. Vashikara says, अहं विवरणं करिष्यामि. I write this commentary. Why? Because by many commentators, in an effort to clearly expound its meaning, this has been expounded in the form of treatises that deal with the words of the text, the meaning of the words, the meaning of the sentences, the logic involved, etc. Seeing that they are fraught with vagueness and contradictions, in order to ascertain the correct meaning of with due discrimination, I am writing this brief commentary. So before writing a commentary, why you write a commentary, you have to tell. Because the Gita, which contains the essence of the entire Veda, that is difficult to grasp. And there are many commentaries, many commentators have commented, and there are contradictions in it. Therefore, to give you a clear idea, to understand, to ascertain the meaning, the Tattvayam of the Gita, I am writing this commentary. The Shankaracharya in the beginning says. The essence of any knowledge is sometimes expressed too cryptically to be understood. Because the Gita is essence, one naturally has to know the entire Shastra to fully appreciate what the Gita is saying. Even though Arjuna had a certain background, it was not easy for him to understand. He had to ask questions. If it was not easy for Arjuna, it is definitely not going to be easy for someone in our own time who doesn't have the same background, being so far removed from both Arjuna and the Vedas. For such a person, the Gita will be as difficult to understand as any other text of Vedanta. The knowledge of oneself is in the form of words, but since the subject matter is something very unique, the knowledge is not easily accessible through words. At the same time, the words are employed to reveal the self immediately. Therefore, one requires not only the teaching Vedanta as a pramana, but also a teacher, a guru. That is important. That is highlight of this paragraph. It's not that you require just the pramana, the Gita. You also require the teacher, because the teacher unfold the meaning of the words of the Gita. Teacher coming under the sampradaya, having the vision, he knows how to unfold the meaning of the words of the Shastram, so that the subject matter can be clearly understood. The words cannot reveal, the words being limited cannot reveal. At the same time, we have to employ words only to know the self. Therefore, effective handling, intelligent handling of the words. You have to unlock the words of the Shastram to present its Tatparyam, the meaning. Therefore, Guru is required. That is why Guru is required, important. The next topic is that need for a teacher. Why do we need a Guru? There are two letters in the word Guru. Gu meaning darkness or ignorance. Ru meaning the one who removes it. That's a shloka in Guru Gita. Rukarastu andakaro vai rukaraha tannivartakaha andakara nirodhitvat Guru rityabhidhiyate. Gu stands for darkness and Ru for the one who removes it. Therefore, the dispeller of darkness is the Guru. The one who removes the darkness of ignorance is called Guru. Thus, a Guru is one who removes the darkness of ignorance by, how does he remove? By teaching the Shastra. The teaching is the Shastra, and the teacher is also the Shastra. Because what the teacher teaches is not different from what the Shastram teaches. If it is different, then the Guru is not the Guru. The Guru has to say what the Shastram says, not the other way. Shastram first and then Guru. The teacher coming under the Sampradaya should unfold as the Shastram as it is. So what the Shastram says alone, Guru says. That's why Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha iti. One need to have complete Shraddha in the words of the teacher, because there is no difference between the words of the teacher and the Shastram. As the Guru comes under the Sampradaya, and as he had received teaching from his Guru, and his Guru had received teaching from his Guru had received from teaching from his Guru. Therefore, the teaching has come all the way from Dakshinamurti. Therefore, as it was received, so it was presented in the Sampradaya through the conduit of the many Gurus, and it has come down. Therefore, teacher also is the Shastram. As a teacher, then I don't use the Shastra. Rather, what I teach is Shastra. So that's important. Another important line. I don't use Shastra. What I teach is Shastra. What does this mean? The teaching itself comes to life when it is handled in a certain way. Otherwise, all you have are so many dead words. Even though the teaching is a pramana, there's a methodology employed for unfolding the words. A teacher, a guru is one who is able to unfold the meaning of these words. The words are already there and the meanings are already there. They need only to be unfolded for your comprehension, just as an artist unfolds his vision on the canvas. So, intelligent handling or intelligently the teacher has to unfold. The teacher has got the key. Therefore, he unfolds the meaning of the words. That's why the usage of the words also important. In translation, appropriate, proper words have to be used. The words which doesn't give any other meaning, only the intended meaning should give. Therefore, the translation also be very carefully to be done. So the one who is expert in that is the Guru. Because he has a vision, since he comes under the Sampradaya, and therefore he knows how to handle the words. Words are the pramana. The words give knowledge. Therefore, it is a responsibility on the part of the Guru to handle the words, to unfold the meaning of the words. And the key is with the Sampradaya, and Guru has got the key. Therefore, he is capable of doing it. Then who is the first Guru? The problem then is, who is the first Guru? My Guru has got knowledge from his Guru, and his Guru has got knowledge from his Guru. So go on. Then who is the first Guru? I answered that question by asking, who is the first father? Somebody ask you who is the first Guru, we have to counter them by asking who is the first father. You have got a father, his father, his father, his father, then who is the first father? When you tell me who the first father is, I will tell you who the first Guru is. Because it is Anadi. You cannot trace. Who is the first father itself? We cannot answer. How can we answer who is the first Guru? But we say first Guru is Dakshinamurti. It means there is no Guru to Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti doesn't have a Guru. Guruho Guruhu Nasti. Dakshinamurti is the Guru. Therefore, when you tell me who the first father is, I will tell you who the first Guru is. Either way, it is the same. Thus, if you say that the Lord, the Creator, is a father, then he also must have a father, which means that he cannot be the Creator. Therefore, there is no father for the one whom you call the Lord. So there is no a ruler for the Lord. Bhagavan is. Guru is. Dakshinamurti is the Guru. He doesn't have a father. He doesn't have a Guru. He is a Guru. Someone claimed that the first father was a monkey, which is an inferential conclusion. Darwin theory. You will find, however, that this monkey also had a father. Who had a father? Who had a father? Until finally you give up. Because you are into infinite regression, you keep on saying his father, his father, his father, you had better give up. Or you may decide that the first father was one who was not a son. He was only a father, whom we can call the Lord. But he is a father. You can call him as a father who has got a son, but he doesn't have a father. Whom we call? How do we call him? He is the Lord. He is Bhagavan. Thus, if you assume that the first father is the Lord, then the first Guru is not going to be different from that Lord. How logical, beautiful is. If the first father is the Lord, then the first Guru is not going to be different from the first father, who is the Lord. And from the Lord downward, as a teacher-student lineage, Guru Shishya Parampara. Therefore, the Parampara is from the Guru, from the Lord himself started, Guru Shishya Parampara. The entire Parampara is praised in the following verse, which we chant for every class. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam. There is a typo. Shankaracharya Madhyamam. Asmadacharya Parigyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Sadashiva Samarambam. Starting from Sadashiva, Adima Guru, Dakshinamurti. Shankaracharya in the middle, in the lineage. Then my Acharya, Asmadacharya, Asmakam Acharya, Asmadacharya, our Acharya in the tradition from whom I have received. To all I make Namaskara. Vande Agam Namaskaromi. Guru Paramparam Namaskaram Karomi. Namaskaram Karomi. Guru Paramparam Namaskaram Karomi. Vande Agam Vande. I salute the lineage of teachers beginning with Shiva, the Lord, then Shankaracharya in the middle, and extending down to my Guru, my teacher. Thus, when you salute the teacher, your salutation goes to the Lord in whom the lineage has its beginning. When you offer puja to your Guru, it is not that puja is done to the Guru. That puja goes to the tradition, the lineage. You are not doing puja to the physical form of the Guru. You are doing puja to the teaching, and the teaching as its beginning from the its beginning from the Lord, and it comes in the lineage. Therefore, it goes to the lineage, the parampara. To point out one of the links, Shankaracharya is mentioned as being in the middle, meaning somewhere in the flow between the Lord and one's present teacher. The word middle having been used, there must also be an end. If the beginning is Lord Shiva, meaning the Lord, the one who is all fullness, all knowledge, and the middle is Shankaracharya, then who is the end? My teacher alone, Asmadacharya. Because I am here today, I know there has been no break in the flow between the first father, that is the Lord, and myself. The first father is the first Guru, and the first Guru is the Lord. So between him and myself, there's a continuous flow. There is no break. That's why it's called lineage, parampara, I think. Similarly, this knowledge is coming to me right now. I know it has been kept alive by one teacher, giving it to another, and thus there have been no break. Thus has been no break between the teacher, between my teacher and the Lord. Therefore, I salute this Guru Parampara. How to choose a Guru? To choose a Guru can also be a problem. You find the teacher with the longest or whitest beard. So much is said by so many, everyone claiming to know the truth. Given all this confusion, first and foremost, I would say that the best teacher is one who looks at the whole human problem as an error. The problem is because of error. The one who has this vision is the best teacher. If someone says you have a problem, then that person is going to manipulate you. If, however, the person says that the problem that you seem to have is an error, then he or she is objective. And if the problem is real, no one would be able to resolve it. If the situation is factually real, how can it be changed? If I'm really an inadequate and limited person, then there is no way of my solving the problem of inadequacy with or without help. The limited is always going to be limited. Limited is always limited. But here there is no need to say, if I am a fraction of the whole, I will always be a fraction of the whole. If I am the whole, the conclusion that I am a fraction is an error. And the way out is to see myself in the proper light. Thus, the one who says the problem is an error and that it is a universal error, not your personal error, may be a Guru. So here, I am a fraction of the whole. That is Visishta Dvaita, Dvaita philosophy, Dvaita Darshana. If that is the truth, I'm a fraction of a whole. Then I will continue to be a fraction of the whole only. If I am the whole that I don't know, then the conclusion that I am a fraction, that is a mistake. And that is a mistake, and that has to be corrected by the right teaching, the knowledge. Therefore, if I am limited, that is truth. I'm going to be limited. That cannot be changed. If my nature is unhappiness, I will continue to be unhappy. Then there is no need for me to make effort to be happy because unhappiness is my nature. Since we make effort to be happy, since we make effort to be secure, therefore it is very clear that insecurity or unhappiness cannot by real nature. The very effort itself reveals that. Then I am the meaning of the word security. I am the meaning of the word happiness. It means I am the whole. I am not limited. I am aham purnaha. I am complete. That is that is the truth. And if I don't know the truth, then there is a mistake on my side, error I commit. That error has to be corrected. Who can correct? Guru only can correct in the form of teaching. So therefore, in order to know that I am the whole and therefore acceptable to myself, it is said, may one go to a teacher, Gurum Abhigachet. This is a Vakya from Mundaka Upanishad. Tad Vijnanartam sa Guru Meva Abhigachet Samitpanehi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Mundaka Upanishad. What kind of teacher? The Veda itself says that the teacher should be one who is well informed in this teaching and who is well rooted in this knowledge, who is a Shrotriya and Brahmanishta. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Abhigachet. Shrotriya and Brahmanishta. Shrotriya means he must have been a Shishya and received the teaching. And Brahmanishta is he is rooted in this knowledge. But how do I know whether someone is well informed or not? If I want to study higher mathematics and do research in topology, I need only to find someone who has studied higher mathematics and specialize in topology. If I find a person who has published numerous credible papers on topology, I can assume that he or she knows the subject matter. I can then decide to study with this person until he or she proves otherwise. Similarly, in seeking a guru, in guru seeking, however, there is a problem because this knowledge, being spiritual knowledge, is different. It's different from the knowledge of mathematics. How do you know that the person has this knowledge, who has undergone the discipline of learning, unless you already know something of it by yourself? The society should be informed enough for one to be able to find out whether a person knows or only pretends to know. The person could also be deluded, not pretending to know, but thinking he or she knows. Such people do not know what they do not know. Previously, in Indian society, this was not a problem because everyone is supposed to become a sannyasi eventually. One did not start another life after retirement. But nowadays, people plan the retirements early. Still, the best retirement plan to be ever conceived is sannyasa, which was meant to be the last stage of one's life. Having been married and so on, the time comes when you just walk out, not because of a quarrel or because you want to marry another person. Walking out is considered a part of married life and is appreciated by both the husband and wife as its ultimate aim. At this stage, they are matured and are independent enough for a life of sannyasa. This kind of retirement plan requires no social security, only the maturity to walk out as a renunciate. Since the Indian society respects the sannyasa stage of life and the Veda enjoins it, naturally, the basic needs of a sannyasi are taken care of by the society. Although some people postpone this stage of life, everyone is expected to become a sannyasi in the end. Therefore, a sannyasi is considered to be a Shrotriya and Dharmanishta, so we can give the benefit of doubt to the person's a sannyasi because he has lived a full life and he has taken sannyasa, not because of, as said, the quarrel or some other reason. He has become a mature person taken to a life of sannyasa and he has studied Shastram. Therefore, then one can safely consider sannyasi to be a Shrotriya. Whether we don't know he is a Brahmanishta or not, but at least if we can consider the person as Shrotriya because he has studied, understood, and want to pursue studies, therefore he has taken the exclusive pursuit of sannyasa. Guru as a renunciate. To be a sannyasi means that one already has the knowledge or is seeking it. That is why he said, he has the knowledge already or is seeking it. That is also possible. Taking sannyasa and then seeking it, or having the knowledge and taking sannyasa. So therefore, we give the benefit of doubt and consider that person as knowledge. That is Shrotriya. How the knowledge comes up to the person. He would have learned from his teacher. It means it's the Shrotriya. Even as a householder, one is supposed to study in order to gain self-knowledge. Once a person becomes a sannyasi, he or she has no daily duties except studying and teaching. Thus, in every village, you will find a few sannyasis coming and going or permanently staying there, so that the society knows who knows what, just as we know who is a professor of mathematics and who is not. To do research in mathematics or electronics, we have no doubts about whom we should go to and which institution we should attend. There is therefore no problem in choosing a teacher for such knowledge in such a society. If you know exactly what you are seeking and whether or not the person is recognized as having the knowledge, to that extent you can know whether the person knows or not. However, if people do not know these things, then they are totally gullible, in spite of their expertise in other fields. For such people, anyone can pass as a guru. Therefore, Viveka is required in choosing a guru. The person who has undergone this discipline of knowledge is a scholarly person and is called Shrotriya. It means who has studied Shastram under a guru. That person, yes, then Shravanam. That person is Shrotriya. Therefore, a guru is a scholar, whereas a scholar need not be a guru. Scholar, somebody uses in the sense, yes, a Shrotriya. A guru is a Shrotriya, but a scholar need not be a guru. He may be a well-informed, he may be informed person, but need not be a guru. To be a guru, a committed pursuit is also necessary. One who is committed to this knowledge is called Brahmanishta. He is a sannyasi, therefore is committed to moksha purushartha, therefore is a Brahmanishta. His nishta, his commitment in gaining this knowledge, abiding in this knowledge. Therefore, Brahmanishta. This is an important point to understand. If the knowledge is used to gain security, the person is insecure. Moreover, because the knowledge is I am secure, the person doesn't really know anything about it and is therefore not qualified to teach it. Such a person is self-seeking and has no knowledge to give you. All that he or she can give is a collection of words for which you don't require a teacher. You need only a book and a dictionary. Swamiji very sharply says this. The teacher you require is one who employs these words and makes them meaningful. To do this, a teacher must necessarily be free from being insecure so that he or she is not seeking recognition or security. The proof of a teacher's knowledge is in the teaching methodology, in the person's communicative ability, and the content of what or he or she communicates. Thus, you go to a teacher who is well informed in this teaching, that is Shrotriya, and who is committed to it, Brahmanishta. One who has no other person. His complete commitment is for this knowledge, Brahma Vidya, Brahmanishta. And how should you go to the teacher? With an attitude that indicates you are ready to serve the teacher, meaning you are ready to do what is to be done in order to gain this knowledge because of your love for it. Nothing is too much and no distance is too far. This attitude is not damaging to you because you have chosen the right teacher. Hence, there is no question of the person exploiting you if he or she is a guru, true to the definition of the word guru. The guru exploits no one. Thus, whatever you can do, you will do. That is your attitude. Only then can the teaching begin. So, how important the teacher is, what are the qualities of the teacher, and what are the qualities of the student also is being said here. And there are different gurus. So, one need to have discrimination to understand the right guru. How do we select the guru? The person must have been a Shrotriya, he must have been a disciple of some guru and should have heard the teaching, and he must be committed to this person, moksha person. That person, and also that the guru must be free from the sense of insecurity. We should have, we should not have security problem. That is security problem in the sense that if the teacher has a problem of insecurity and happiness, how can he teach that? Teach, give the knowledge, and that knowledge talks about that you are secure. You are the very meaning of the word happiness. So therefore, the teacher has to have this knowledge very clearly, strongly, that I am secure. I am the meaning of the word happiness. Then only he can transfer this knowledge. He is qualified to teach, and therefore, selecting the teacher, the guru, also is important. The sampradaya, what we say is, we can give the benefit of doubt to the person who has received the teaching from his guru, that is Shrotriya, and who has got commitment to this pursuit, like the sannyasi has got commitment. Therefore, always we give the benefit of doubt to a sannyasi and accept him as the guru. But here in the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna is not a sannyasi. He is Bhagavan himself. He is Bhagavan himself. Sannyasa is not a must for a teacher to be. The person may be Grihastha and he may be a Shrotriya. A Shrotriya is important. Even if he is not a Brahmanishta, if we don't know how to find out whether the person is Brahmanishta, if the person is Shrotriya, that itself is enough. That qualification itself enough to accept him as the Guru. So that Shrotriya implies a Sampradaya. We should come under the Sampradaya. Coming under Sampradaya means he must have been a Shishya to someone. Not someone means not exercise. Must have been Shishya to the teacher who comes under the Sampradaya and the tradition, the teaching. And that person can be taken or considered as the Guru. He can be approached by the student with the proper attitude. That also is read in the Mundaka Upanishad. Samitpanihi, that's what it said. Samitpanihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Let him go to the teacher with readiness to receive the teaching. That is symbolically expressed in the form of taking the twig of wood in the hands. The twig of wood is ready to catch fire. The moment it's a dry wood, it will catch fire immediately. So similarly, the student is ready to receive the teaching. It's a symbolic expression. Or the twig that twigs of wood. Those days it is required for the brahmachari staying in the Gurukulam to do Brahma Yajna or Samhita Dhanam or Brahma Yajna, Samhita Dhanam. Therefore, also Samitpanihi is possible, taking the twigs of wood. That is also possible for that reason. Samhita Dhanam, brahmachari is supposed to do. So for that, the twigs are required. Therefore, that is the quality or qualification required on the part of the Guru as well as that of the student. The right teacher and the right student meets, teaching has to happen. Helplessly has to happen. As it is in the Gita. Krishna became a teacher. Arjuna became a student. They were friends before. And in the Gurukulam and the Kurukshetra, that becomes a Gurukulam for them. There, in the Kurukshetra becomes a Gurukulam, and there Krishna assumes the role of a teacher, and Arjuna surrenders himself to the teacher as a student. They were friends before, but in the war, the relationship changed. Krishna became a teacher, and therefore, when there is teacher-student relationship, then there can be a sambada, the dialogue, sambada, conversation, dialogue. That which is constructive, it's called sambada. There are different types of vada. That also is going to come. We will see later. So we'll stop here. Next topic is Gita as a dialogue. It is in the form of sambada. That we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। धन्यवाद।